Hello and welcome to the 28-day marketing plan for decorators. In today's video, I'm going to be taking you through everything you need to do to build a fully functioning marketing plan for your painting and decorating business in just 28 days. Okay, so first things first then, what to expect from this webinar. The promise is simple, a marketing plan that attracts your dream customers. That's what we're going to build here. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so let's break this down. How's it all going to work? Well, setting it up is built with painters and decorators in mind, and painters and decorators like yourselves are busy, and the last thing you want to do when you get home from being on the brush all day is to sit down and spend hours and hours doing marketing. So everything I'm going to show you here, you can do it in just 15 minutes a day. So it's absolutely perfect for people who spend all day out there working like painters and decorators. The next thing you need to know about the plan is that it's designed to be what we call a set it and forget it. So basically, you're going to spend about 28 days, 15 minutes a day for 28 days building this marketing plan. But once you've got it in place, it's basically going to do everything for you. It's going to need very little input from you, but it will last for years and years and years. And what's going to happen is it's just going to be able to bring in customers for you on a consistent basis without you having to spend hours and hours every week going through all your marketing plan and sorting adverts and everything like that. So this is what it's for. It's designed so that you can set it and forget it. Now, I'm going to be upfront right now. So in this video, I am going to tell you everything you need to know to do this whole plan on your own. You will have all the information you need. But at the end of it, I'm going to offer an online training course that I've designed and built, and this will be offering a more detailed step-by-step guide on how to do it and be helping you out on a few other things. But from the start, just know that literally everything you need will be in this video. It'll be a lot more going away and doing it on your own, whereas if you want the extra support of an online training course that takes you through it step by step, then that is going to be available, and I'll talk to you about that at the end. But for now, let's give you all the information you need so that you can go and get things started. So let's talk about qualifications and why you should listen to me before we go any further. So the most important thing for me with this plan is that it's tried and tested, and this is a plan that works across all different types of businesses. I use the basis of this plan as the marketing plan for my business, and it is perfect because I use this alongside a full-time job. My business runs alongside a full-time job, and so it's similar to you guys. When you get home, the last thing you want to do is spend hours and hours on your marketing, as I said earlier, and so this is why you have put some effort in over the first 28 days. You get the bare bones of it built, and then it needs very little input from you. So that's why I know that this works, because it's been working for me for years now, and also I have tested this with decorating businesses and they have seen results from it. So I know that it works and that it takes very little maintenance from you, and I know it's workable for people that are out away from their laptop all day long and don't want to be spending hours on their advertising and their marketing. So it works. I've tested it, I use it myself, and I've tested it on decorating businesses, so we know that this works. So what's the basis of the plan then? The basis of the plan is email marketing. Now, the first thing I'm going to say, when people talk about email marketing, the first thing they think of is spam. They think email marketing is just spamming out hundreds of thousands of emails to random people. This is not what email marketing is. Email marketing is only contacting people who have specifically said they want you to email them. And why we're going to use email? So email marketing it's just so powerful, and you get so much out of it. So let's talk about engagement. 1,000 email subscribers will get you better engagement and more business than 20,000 social media followers. So it's 20 times better. So 1,000 followers, 1,000 email subscribers, if you were to email them an offer or a deal, you would get as good a response rate from that 1,000 people as you would if you had 20,000 followers on Instagram and you sent them that very same offer. This is how powerful email is. Social media followings are great, and we're going to use social media as part of this plan. But when it comes to people making decisions and buying decisions and spending their money, they are far more likely to do it if you're contacting them via email than if you're just talking to them via social media. The other thing that people tend to say when you start talking about email marketing is email marketing's dead. There's social media, there's video, there's blogging, there's all these other things that you could and should be using, and Google ads and everything like that. But email is still massive, and it is still growing constantly. There are, as you can see, nearly 4 billion email users, and that is more than any social media network. There are more people using email than are using Facebook. So email makes a brilliant base for the plan because everybody's got an email address. And the other thing you need to know is the ROI, which is your return on investment, is insane. So studies have shown time and time again that on average, for every $1 you spend on email marketing, you can expect a return of $42. Now, to put that into context, if you spend $1 on social media marketing, you can only expect about $1.90 back. So less than $2 for every dollar you spend. Okay, that's great. That's still positive, but it's nowhere near the return you get when you're using email marketing. Okay, so it's a 28-day program, and I'm going to split it down into 4 weeks for you, and I'm going to show you everything that you need to do each week so that by the end of it, you have got your full marketing plan up and running and ready to go. So week number 1 is all about setting up, getting everything ready. So the first thing we need to do when setting up for email marketing is to pick an email service provider, an ESP. So when it comes to email marketing, you don't want to use just your typical @Gmail account or your Yahoo account or anything like that. You need to use a proper email service provider, an email service provider that is set up for email marketing. Now, there are a number of reasons you need to do this. Some that we will come to later in the program, like the ability to set up automatic emails and automated sequences, which are going to be crucial to what we do with this plan. But also it's the analytics that you get from using an email service provider. Now I use a provider called MailChimp, and I'd recommend them. They're great. Other ones you can look at are MailerLite, Drip. If you just search on Google for email service providers, literally hundreds will pop up. So have a look round, see what looks good for you. As I said, I use MailChimp and it's never let me down. But the analytics you'll get is, so when you send an email via your email service provider, it will still show to your customers as this has come from john@gmail.com or Dave@davesdecorators.com. But you will get loads of great information, like how many people opened it, how many people clicked on a link within it. You can see, and this will be all percentages and the number of clicks, so you can see how successful each email is. And then you can set up all sorts of different things, which we're going to go into in a minute. But a proper email service provider is what you need, not just for the analytics, not just for the automated sequences like we said, but also they are brilliant at getting through spam filters. I don't know if you ever find when you send emails to a lot of customers, they'll often end up in junk folders and things like that. Email service providers are brilliant for getting through past those and making sure the maximum amount of your emails are seen by your customers. The final thing to do in week one is to build a website. Now, hopefully, a lot of people watching this will already have a website, in which case you are miles ahead and you are ready to go. But if you don't have a website, you will need one, because we need somewhere to direct all of your lovely new potential customers. And also, we need to be able to get people to sign up to your email subscriber list, and you need a website so that we can link it to your email service provider. This is the final thing that is absolutely critical about having an email service provider like MailChimp, is that when you log into your MailChimp account, you can link it to your website, and you can install a little bit of code that they will give you, and it means that on your website you can put little pop-up sign-up boxes at the bottom of each page, or at the top, or wherever at the end of blogs, or wherever you want to put it on your website, saying sign up to my email list now, and people can put their email address in, join your list, and it automatically links and goes straight to your email service provider. So that is absolutely crucial to the whole plan, is that there is places on your website that we can, number one, that you've got a website that we can direct all your customers to, but also when they get there that they can sign up and it links to your email service provider. Okay, let's move on then to week two. And week two, the first thing we need to do is I need to break down your market and show you, get you to understand how your market is made up, and then we can talk about why email marketing is so effective for what we're trying to do here. So, any given market in any business place, and definitely for painters and decorators, you can break down your potential market into four different stages, and these are what we call the stages of the buyer's journey or the buyer's process. So we picture it here as a pyramid, and your customers will be at one of the following four stages. Now, the first stage, and the vast majority of your potential market, 60% of them, are unaware of the problem. Now, as a painting and decorating business, what we mean by this is the problem you're solving is need some painting and decorating done. You're a painter and decorator that can do that. At this point, they're unaware of the problem, so they don't even see that painting and decorating is something they need to get sorted at the moment. Now, the next stage is they are aware of the problem and they're open to solutions. And this accounts for about 20% of your overall market. So at this point, they're aware that they need to get some decorating done, and they're open to ideas on how to solve this problem. Next up is the consideration phase. And these people are actively in the market and considering different options to solve this problem. And then finally, you've got the decision stage. Now, this is just the last 3% of your total potential market. Now, weirdly, this last 3% is obviously the very smallest amount of your potential market, but this is where nearly every business competes, and they only target their marketing at this 3%. So these people are the people that they want a painter and decorator now. They're ready. They are making decisions. They're ready to get their problem solved. They're hiring a painter and decorator. But what happens is every painter and decorator is putting all of their marketing and all of their advertising at this 3%. They're saying things like, buy now, get a free quote now, book in now for a summer exterior work, running out of slots. It's all about doing things now. You're talking to people who are ready to make a decision. You're not talking to all the people in the rest of your market. And this is why it can often feel like there is a lot of competition out there. It's because everybody is fighting for that very final 3% of the market. So what do we need to do? The first thing we need to do is to work out how we can start attracting and start talking to the rest of the market, the other 97%. So what you need to do is you need to create a lead magnet. And a lead magnet is a free piece of information that's going to educate your customer, and it's going to take them from one stage to the next. So you can start taking them down the pyramid and start bringing them into making the decision and deciding, obviously, to go with you. So think about what you need to do to educate them. And a lead magnet can be a PDF, it could be a video series, it could be an ebook or something like that. But you've got to write it and create it to show your customers how to get from one stage to the next. So if we talk about people that are in the unaware of the problem stage, as a painter and decorator, your job here, when you're talking to this huge chunk of your potential market, is to simply make them aware of the problem. So a good example for this would be if you were talking about exterior painting and decorating. You might create an article or a PDF or something like that, and it would talk about all the different things, all the different signs that the exterior of your home needs some maintenance. And you could talk about flaking and chipping paint, or dirt and mold pickup, and things like that, and talk about those problems and educate people on why they are an issue, what the effects of that are, and why they should look to solve that problem. And when you do that, you're talking to the people in this top tier, that huge 60% chunk. And what you're doing is you're educating them and making them aware of the problem, which then moves them down into the next stage. Now, aware and open to solutions is when your piece of content, your lead magnet that you're creating, this is going to talk to them about, okay, so we've told you that it's a problem when you've got flaking paint and stuff like that. So let me tell you about the solutions for that, how we can fix it. And you can create a piece of content that just shows them exactly how these sort of problems can be resolved. Once you've done that, it's going to move them into the consideration phase. Now, the thing to be careful with when someone's in the consideration phase, and say we're still talking about this exterior decorating example, is they're not going to be just looking at painting and decorating services. If you're talking about restoring some old timber windows, they might also be considering switching to UPVC or something like that. So in the consideration stage, you need to talk about all the benefits and all the features of keeping those timber window frames, and showing them, making them consider your option and showing them that your option is the best. And that will move them into the decision stage. And then when they're ready to go, well, look, they're not even going to look elsewhere. If you're the person that has given them free information and you've shared this information with them, and that you have taken them from whatever stage they started at, whether it's unaware of the problem or maybe they started at the aware and open to solution stage, wherever you pick them up, you gave them some free information, some free content, and it helped them move their way down that pyramid. When they get to the decision, they're not looking elsewhere. They're coming to you. And the next thing you need to do on week 2 is to create a landing page, a specific landing page. Now this is somewhere that we're going to direct all of your customers. So what we're going to do is we're going to start talking about this great lead magnet that we've created, this lead magnet that educates all of your customers. The lead magnet, as I said, could be a PDF document, it could be a short article, it could be an ebook or a video series talking about different bits and bobs that people need to know about. We're going to create that lead magnet, and then we need to, when we're talking about it on social media or wherever, we need a landing page on our website where we can direct people and they can go there and they can get this lead magnet from you. So you will need to, once you've got your website up and running, or if you've already got a website, you're already ahead of the game. you build a separate page on your website, which we're going to call a landing page. And on there is going to be specifically talking just about your lead magnet, your free piece of content that you're giving away. And to get that piece of content, they're going to have to sign up to your email address so that you can email it to them. Okay, so week 3 then is all about talking to your audience. Now, we've got people signed up to our email list because we've attracted them in with our lead magnet. That's why it's called a lead magnet. It pulls people in. And talking to your audience is the next step in the plan. So week 3, we need to create an automated sequence. And this is so we can nurture your customers on autopilot. So this is one of the key reasons that we don't just use our usual Gmail or Yahoo or whatever it is as our email sequence, as our email provider, sorry. When you use a proper email service provider like MailChimp, now this will cost about £15 a month at the moment, you can create automated sequences. So what happens is you can go in and you can set up for a set of emails, whether it's 2, 3, 4, 10 emails, to go out automatically to anyone who signs up to your email list. So you're pulling people in with a lead magnet, a piece of information that they really want. They're signing up to your email list. First things first, you get when they sign up to your email list, your email service provider will go, you've got a new subscriber. I'm going to send them automatically the welcome email, and this welcome email contains the lead magnet, the free piece of content that they signed up for. Now that means that you don't have to sit there and every time someone signs up you've got to go and find your PDF lead magnet or your ebook or whatever it is and email it over to them. It all gets done for you. But what we do next is you start building more emails, and 5, 6, 7 is a pretty good sequence. And what you'll do is straight away you send them the lead magnet. 1 week later you'll send them another email, and a week after that will be another email, 1 week later, and 1 week later, and 1 week later. And then after 5 or 6 weeks you've been sending some brilliant, really useful content on email to your customers. And if your lead magnet alone wasn't good enough for getting people through the 4 stages we talked about, from unaware of the problem right through to decision, you can use this email sequence to just keep reinforcing the message and nudging people through the whole service so that they can go right through, and after 5 or 6 weeks you should have moved them to a point where they are ready to make a decision about their decorating. The other thing that we're going to do when we're talking to your audience is, on top of your automated sequence of emails, which we build so that you can just sit back and don't think about it, it just happens on autopilot, you can also send what we call broadcast emails. Now these are just standalone emails, and you'll try and do these maybe once a month or so, or once every couple of weeks, and it will be little nuggets of information that you feel might be useful to your list of email subscribers. Remember that not everyone that joins up to your email list is going to be ready to get some painting and decorating done within the next few weeks or so. It might be that they've signed up because they're interested in what you were talking about. They've signed up to your email list to keep in touch with you, but they won't be ready for 6 months or 12 months. And this is the beauty of email marketing, is usually when someone goes to your website, once they leave, that's it, they're gone. You never hear about them again. But now when someone comes to your website, if they sign up to your email list, you've got their information then, and you can contact them on a consistent basis for as long as they want you to, as long as they don't unsubscribe. And this is another reason to have a proper email service provider. It will manage your list of subscribers for you. If someone unsubscribes, it will remove them from the list for you, so you don't have to worry about that or worry about any data protection or anything like that. That's all taken care of. So what we need to do for those people is to keep in regular contact, and an email once a month is fine. Once every couple of weeks is probably better. The key is, don't send an email just because you feel like you've got to send an email and you haven't done one for a while. Make sure you've always got something good, something useful to say. And these emails could be made up of anything. It could just be you've been reading an article on, different color schemes, or the latest fashion trends, the latest wallpapers that are available, and you can just put a little link to that article and put it in an email and go, hey, I thought you guys might be interested in this sort of thing. And that's what we do to keep in touch with customers who won't be ready to buy straight away, or even after a few weeks. But also remember, you can have a lot of people hopefully on your list that will become repeat customers, and this is a great way of just keeping that relationship going with them over the months and years between jobs. So week 4 then is when we start using all of our other marketing tools, but now we have a brilliant focus. We are growing your audience of email subscribers, and this is probably my favorite part about the whole email marketing system, is that you don't have to sell your services anymore. You don't have to be talking about, hire me to come and paint your Hall Stairs landing. Get in touch and book a quote now so that we can come and do your exterior. You don't have to talk about your services, how you're better than the decorator next door or anything like that. That's not what you're selling anymore. You're now putting yourself in a position where it's not salesy at all. All you're trying to do now is give away that free piece of content that you created. Give away your lead magnet. So you've created this piece of content, whether it was a PDF, ebook, video series, whatever it was, that educates customers, that is of interest to your target market. And all you've got to do now is start telling people all about it, and start going, do you want this free piece of really useful information? And because you're doing this, you're going to find it so much easier than selling your services. So first thing to do then, when we're going to try and sell this lead magnet and get more and more people signed up to our email list, our email subscriber list, is we're going to use social media. You're going to create a post promoting your lead magnet, and it's going to link to that landing page that we talked about, that landing page where they can go, sign up to your email list, and get your lead magnet automatically emailed to them. So that's first thing first. Put it on all your social media networks. It doesn't matter if you're on all of them or on all the different platforms or not, but put it on the ones you're active on. You've already got a load of followers and friends on there, so this is a great place to get that initial blast of people signed up to your email list. And don't forget to put it in your bio and your profile as well. Put a link into that as well. The next thing, and my personal favorite, is Facebook groups and Facebook ads. So Facebook ads, obviously, you'll have to pay for. You don't have to do that, but it is hugely effective. If you start thinking about, you used to pay for Facebook ads to go, hey, do you want me to come and do your decorating? Now you're using a Facebook ad that goes, hey, do you want this really cool free piece of information that would be definitely valuable to you? You're going to get loads more people clicking on it, loads more people engaging with it. But that aside, Facebook groups is the perfect place for this sort of thing, because you can jump into all your local groups. Now, typically, local Facebook groups for your town, village, or borough, wherever you live, they don't like it when people jump in and start promoting their businesses and start trying to sell their services and sell their products. But you're not doing that anymore. You're giving away free information, which is useful to probably a huge chunk of the people in all of your local Facebook groups. So you can now open up this whole Facebook group market that you before you couldn't even go into. You couldn't advertise your business in there, but now you can go in and go, hey, I've been putting together this free piece of information for you. It's a video series on this, it's a PDF about that, it's a short ebook about this. If you're interested in interior design or decorating or anything like that, then check this out. It will be really useful for you. And the admins in the Facebook groups, what can they say? You're not selling anything, you're giving something valuable for free. So the people that we've tested this with, the other decorators, we find that when they put it into the Facebook groups, they're actually being thanked for putting it in. And also, then you're getting the benefit of loads of new people sign up to your email list, who are then going to start going through your automatic email sequence. And 5 or 6 weeks later, they're going to come out the other end of your automatic email sequence, and they're going to be primed and well educated and perfect customers for you and your business. The next thing to use, and something that I use a lot, is blogs and vlogs, vlogs being video blogs. So these will be short little articles or short little videos that you'll use to talk about different things, different aspects of decorating, why you might want to get decorating done. You might talk about latest color trends, that sort of thing. Try and write these and put them onto your website, and then at the bottom of your blog on your website, you'll just put a little sign up box so that people can sign up to your email list to get even more information. Now, on my website, I post blogs, usually 1 or 2 a week, and it always gets new people to sign up to my email list. So I know these work. They take a little bit of work, but if you can, do 1 or 2 a week, 1 or 2 a month, that will be more than enough. And you can just put those onto your website and then advertise those on social media and in Facebook groups and everything like that. It gives you something fresh to talk about that will ultimately get more people to sign up to your email list. And then the little bonus tip is, if you find that some of your blogs get loads of traction, loads of people read them, they get great comments and everything like that, think about tagging those blogs on to the end of your email sequence. So my personal email sequence started with 4 or 5 emails. It's probably now about 12 emails, because blogs that I found, got a really good response from, people said that was really useful for them. I'll put those blogs onto my automated email sequence so that anyone new that signs up to my email list, they will always they get to see all of the best content that I've put out there. So it works really well, and it's a great way for extending your email sequence and giving people more and more information, which in turn makes them more ready to start buying from you. And then you can look for, and this is something that sometimes is a little tricky, but when you can get it right, really works well. It's teaming up with local non-competing influencers. So as a painter and decorator, you might find that there are other businesses in your town that don't compete with you, but might share the same sort of audience. So you might find a local coffee shop, or there might be a local interior store or something like that. They might have several thousand Instagram followers or Twitter followers or something like that. If you can start a conversation with those people and start cross-promoting, so you'll agree to talk about their store on your social media, and in return they will promote your lead magnet and put on their social media the link to your landing page. This is a great way to tap into other people's audiences and get a lot more people onto your email list. So have a think. All the people in and around your area, whether it's local businesses, anyone who's got a good following of people that you think match what your typical customer is, and reach out to them. Send them a direct message, give them a call, send them an email, let them know what you're doing, let them know that you've got this great piece of free content, your lead magnet, and that you want to give it away to as many people as possible, and would they share it with their audience, and just say, look, in return I will promote your business as best I can as well. And typically you'll find you might have to contact a lot of people, but all you need to do is find a few, and you can tap into thousands and thousands of new people. And then the final thing that I suggest is looking at your printed material. So if you've got business cards and leaflets, or you do magazine and newspaper ads and things like that, or even sign writing on your van, you can start, instead of just going, call now for a free quote or whatever it is. Sure, you can leave that on there, but you can also put, instead of just your normal web page, your normal home page for your website, why don't you put, Dave's Decorators / free guide, or whatever you're giving away as your lead magnet, your free piece of information, your free piece of content, Dave's Decorators / free video series. Start promoting that on your leaflets or your business cards. And QR codes is a great way to do this. People love scanning QR codes, so you can get them for free online and just add them. You don't have to go out and immediately change all of your printed materials, but as and when you're replacing these things, just keep in mind that you don't always have to be selling your services anymore. What you can do is just set it up so that people start going directly to your website, directly to your landing page, and start signing up for your emails. And this means you're going to capture a hell of a lot more people. So you might find, if instead of running an advert in the local newspaper, where you have to pay every month to put it in there and nothing really happens, and a lot of decorators tell me that sometimes you've got to be in the local parish magazine for 6-12 months before you start seeing any traction. Well, that is because most people that see your advert are in that 3%. They're not ready to most people that see your advert are not in the 3%. They're not in the decision bracket yet. They're in the other phases of the buying process. And so what happens is they keep seeing your advert, and after 6-12 months, that's when they're ready to hire a decorator, and that's when they contact you. Well, here, what we're doing is we're shortcutting that. We're saying, hey, I know you're probably not ready for decorating right now, but sign up to our email list, have this great piece of free information, and we'll keep in touch until you're ready for a decorator, and then get in touch then. And once you get to a point where you've got enough people on your email list, then you're not going to need to be in the magazines and the newspapers or anything anymore, and it gives you so much more control. Think about it like this: if you have 1,000 people on your email list, and you send out an email saying, hey, are you looking to get some decorating work done? You've got a new offer, maybe you've got a gap in your calendar, you want to book some exterior work in. You send an email to your 1,000 email subscribers, and 2% come back to you and say yes. That's 20 jobs done from one email. Just click send an email, bang, 20 jobs. If these are £1,000 jobs, that could be £20,000 worth of business for writing an email and clicking send. This is what email marketing is all about. You can build a base that will last you forever. So, quick summary then. You have now opened up your potential market. We've gone from battling it out with everybody else for that final 3% of the buyers to you can now talk to everybody in your potential market by using your lead magnet. We've brought everything into focus. So now, whether it's your printed materials, whether it's just talking down the pub to people, or you're driving past and people want to know a bit more about you, or what you're going to be posting on social media, all of it is now focused on getting people onto your email subscriber list. This is your focus from now on. It's not about just telling people who you are and trying to get them to book you in now. It's all about just trying to get more and more people onto your email subscriber list, because once they're on there, your automatic email sequence, that does all the selling for you, and it just keeps people warm until they're ready to hire you as a decorator. And also, as I put here, having this list of subscribers, it's a great way of measuring whether your marketing is working, whether your advertising is doing well. So often when you'll start putting some posts on social media, if the phone doesn't ring and nobody sees your post and goes, yeah, I need a decorator, can you come and give me a quote, you don't know if anyone saw your advert or whether it was very good at all, or what's going on. But with this, when you start putting social media posts out talking about this, you're going to see more and more people joining your email list, and you'll know that, okay, well, this sort of post on social media, that added 5 people onto my email subscriber list, and when I did this, only 1 person came in. And you can start seeing how all the different aspects of your marketing and advertising, you've got a really easy to measure way of seeing if it's working and seeing if it's effective, and that is by keeping an eye on how many people are subscribed to your email list. And then, as we said, we have automated your selling. It's all done via that set of emails that you write out, you pre-program, you put them into your email service provider, someone joins your email list, and then week 1 they get this email, week 2 they get this email, and then by the end of it they've gone through all the buying stages and they know everything they need to know to make a decision and to choose you to be their decorator. So all of it starts happening on autopilot, and this is how you can run this marketing plan alongside working full-time, being on the brush, 40 hours a week or more. You don't have to work on this every single day. Once you've done the 28-day stint, you've built the plan, and look, you can do it in 28 days if you spend about 15 minutes a day at it. If you really want to go at it hard, you could probably get this all set up and ready in a week, and then that's it. It'll take very little maintenance. You'll have to do the odd email, the odd article to your email list, and maybe create the occasional blog every now and then, so you've got something new to talk about on social media. But essentially, all your marketing is just getting people to go to your website. They go to your website, they sign up to your email list. Your email nurtures them with automatic emails. You don't have to do anything. Your phone just keeps ringing and you keep getting emails from people asking you to come around and do work. And this is what we're going for: minimal maintenance, so that you can do it as quickly and easy as you want, so you don't have to spend every evening doing hours and hours of marketing. So as I said, that is a run through on everything you need to do to set yourself up with this email marketing plan to start getting all your new customers on autopilot. But if you want some extra support, then I have put together an online training course, and this is what you'll get with it. So firstly, you get 28 on-demand videos that take you through the program step by step. So every single day you'll have a video about 10-15 minutes long, and it's going to take you through every single step. So in this video here, I've broken it down into 4 weeks and just said, right, week 1 you need to do this, week 2, week 3, week 4 you do this, you do this, you do this. In this, it's going to be 28 days, 28 videos, and each one will give you a very small, simple action to do. And if you just complete those small actions, 28 of them, by the end you'll come out, you'll have this plan working up and ready to go. The next thing you get is your lead magnet, your free piece of valuable content that pulls in all your customers. You get that for free. I've done it for you. It's a 27-page document. It's called The Ultimate Guide to Your Next Painting and Decorating Project. And in this, I've put together everything that's going to be of value to your potential audience. So it's talking about different color trends. It's got loads of different design ideas. It's 27 pages that are built to inspire people into their next painting and decorating project. That's yours. You get that for free as part of the course, so that you don't even have to create your own lead magnet. You don't have to create that video series or that PDF or that ebook we talked about. You just use this that I've already created for you, and we have used it already with different decorating businesses and seen success with it. The next thing you'll get is I've pre-written your email sequence for you. So it's a 6 email sequence, and as we said, it takes people through the different stages of the buying process, takes them from stage 4 to stage 3, takes them from unaware of the problem to aware to considering to decision. It's all useful information that your audience will like to see, and it nurtures those customers. The emails are there, they're ready. All you need to do is load it into your email service provider, so you don't have to think about that either. So we're giving you the lead magnet to get them in, and then giving you all the information you need to automatically nurture those customers. You'll also get your social media posts. So I've created your first 30 days of social media posts. So these are all the posts that we're talking about. Hey, I've got this great new offer. It's this 27-page ultimate guide to your next painting and decorating project. If you want it, you want to get this inspiration, the color inspiration, and give you some loads of great ideas about your next decorating project, then go to my landing page here and sign up and get it. So I've got 30 posts, images and captions all ready to go, so you can just put those in, do one a day for the first month, and that'll get you your first batch of new subscribers to your email list. And I've also put together some templates for you. So a template for the landing page that we talked about. Obviously on your website you're going to need a landing page where you can direct people, and this page has got to be optimized because it's got to look right. When people go, they look at your social media post, they go, yeah, I'd like that 27-page free guide, and then they click the link, then they turn up on this web page, and then all the images and everything's got to be right, and it will show you where to put everything, what to write, where to put your email sign up box, shows you how to do everything like that. And then I've also put together 6 Facebook ad templates, so all sized correctly with the right captions, headlines, images, everything like that, so that if you want to then use Facebook ads to grow your email list, you can. That's ready. So that all comes free, all comes as part of the 28-day marketing plan for decorators online course. All that's left then is the price, and that is just £249 including VAT. Everything you see here, you're getting the 28 videos, the lead magnet done for you, the email sequence done for you, the social media posts and the templates all done for you, ready to go. £249 including VAT. If you want to go for that, click the link below and you are away. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.